Hello everyone and welcome to another Gigabyte P35W laptop review and test, and in this video we're going to get to the meat and bones of this laptop. We're going to give it some stress tests using a few different programs. The first test is going to be a torture test to test the CPU and RAM using a program called Prime 95, which I'm told should test this thing thoroughly. At the same time, I'm going to have Cam Studio running in the background to record the screen, because I also have another program running called HWinfo64, which should hopefully give me some interesting and useful temperatures on the CPU. So let's kick off this first test, and I'll switch the view of the video between the camera so we can pick up the noise of the fans running and also the temperatures, as presumably they will increase and max out. Okay, the test has been running for about 5 minutes now, so I'm going to stop running the test and we will see how quickly the temperatures drop down below these maximums that we have here of around about 90 degrees, and how long it takes for the fans to spool down as well. So that's the test stopped. And so within about 10 seconds the temperature of the CPU dropped by about 25 degrees. On to the next test. Okay, the next test is using something called Novabench, and the reason I'm using this benchmark program is because it does a very quick benchmark, less than a minute, and then it gives you a mark which you can compare online, so it might be useful just to compare this laptop to other machines that have been benchmarked in this way. So let's again kick up Cam Studio and start the test. So not a particularly taxing test there for the PC. Final score was 965. When I did this test about 5 minutes ago, the score was actually quite significantly higher than that. It was over 1,000. So obviously this test doesn't always give you the same results, and maybe it's because I just tested it a moment before that the machine wasn't quite back up to its pace. But if I compare that to other ones, it is above the average, but only by a small amount. And of course we're not entirely sure what average of machines are being tested here, but another test for you there. Hope you found that one useful, because I'm not particularly sure what to make of these numbers. One other reason why it might have not been as benchmarking quite as high was that I was running Cam Studio on this test, and it did advise me to stop running it, and the previous test didn't run Cam Studio and it got a higher mark. So that might be why. And the final test today is looking at 3D Mark 11. No point using Cam Studio in this one because I won't be able to record the screen because it flicks to full screen when I'm running the test. However, I will let the video run because there is some sound on some first parts of the demo which I will put on full volume to compare it against the fan speed and see if you can tell when the fan speed is spooling up and how it interferes with the speakers if you decide not to use headphones when you're perhaps playing a game. So let's kick this one off and see what the score is at the end. This takes about 10 minutes, so I'll flick the video through at different points just so you can get an illustration of what's happening. And so after the 3D Mark test we got a score of 6793. In the test that I ran just before it I got a score of 6850 I think, and interestingly the processor is not recognised for some reason either. I've got to be honest, I don't know what these figures mean, so if anyone can tell me if that's a good performance or a bad performance for the benefit of this video, please do leave that in the comments. As for the temperatures, the CPU again maxing out at 90 degrees Celsius, and this time we got a 91 on the presumably another core, and the GPU got up to a maximum of 93 Celsius just at the bottom there. So those are your benchmark tests for this video. Hope you found them useful and interesting, and indeed the sound implications when the fans are running on full speed. If you do have any comments or any further requests for tests of this nature, please do ask and I will see if I can accommodate you. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you again soon in another P35W Gigabyte laptop review.